back. Episode 6. I think it's episode 6. 5
Yeah.
or 6. It's been flying by.
10 days since we've
10,
been.
10 days since we put one out. We had a busy week. The game was on Friday. I was busy this weekend working. So it's Tuesday now, March 11th. This is going to be the only episode this week since I go down to South Walton, or go up to South Walton and play. So we'll kind of go over the game of the week that's happening this week. Go over some performers from those teams, and then we'll pick back up the following week and talking about the Baldwin Oakleaf game. Anyways, we'll go over games this week. The game of the week we just had on Friday, Snyder Trinity, which is a good game. We'll go over that close game.
Yep.
New rankings Gage is putting out week 4. We'll talk about player of the game, represented by Represent Baseball, Represent the Code. Go check them out on Instagram. Grab a tee. Use code WHP25 for I think it's 30% off. As we said earlier, we'll go over the game of the week that's happening this week. Pretty close games this week. We wrote down a few, just the scores. St. Joe's 6, Ponte Vedra 3. Kind of the crazy one this week. Buchholz 5, Trinity 3.
Yeah, we didn't expect that.
No one really expected Trinity to lose, but
Maybe.
Buchholz, I think they're still they were undefeated when they came in there. And then they might still be undefeated now, but that was a close one.
Yeah, it was.
Trinity's bats aren't doing what they can do.
They're not hitting as well as they probably should. The pitching's still really good, but we'll talk a little bit about them coming up.
Who pitched that Buchholz game?
Tyler should have pitched. Tyler Ellis. Are you
Tyler?
talking about for Buchholz?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it was a lefty.
No, for Trinity.
Yeah, it was Tyler. Because
Okay.
then Ethan and Aaron pitched.
Yeah. Aaron pitched against Flagler Poncos.
Yep. And
Bishop Schneider earlier in the week went 3-0 over Sandalwood. Baldwin actually lost 6-5. That actually could have been the week before.
Against who?
Sandalwood.
I
think that might have been the week before. I might have accidentally not deleted that one. Bartram Trail lost 9-7 to Fletcher, which seems like Fletcher has a pretty good team to beat the Bulls.
Yeah, beat Bulls, beat Bartram.
Bulls, Providence, that was a really good game.
Yep.
8-7. We don't have any stats right now, but I know Ryland Baker did hit a grand slam center field. To take the lead for
Bulls?
For Bulls.
I didn't see they went up. I just looked at that game in the beginning, and it was like 5-0 or something like that. And I was like, dang, I thought this game was going to be close. And then I ended up just seeing the score afterwards, and it's like, oh, what happened?
Landis Pickett hit a walk-off single.
Yeah.
To win the game. Creekside actually had a big win last week. 6-3 over Spruce Creek, which I believe knocked them out of the playoffs last year. Spruce Creek is always good, always has a good team.
Yeah, Creekside had an interesting week, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I have that down, too. Fernandina Beach 3-1 over Inglewood. Fernandina Beach 10-0 now.
10-0? They're rolling.
They're Pirates are doing good. Bartram Creekside, they had a little 2-game series Thursday, Friday. I gotta sneeze. It's gone. Bartram 4 on Thursday, Creekside 3, which I believe I heard someone say through 5 innings, Bartram was getting no hit.
And they won?
And they won the game. And I think it was 11 innings, 10, 11 innings, something like that.
It's been a lot of
extra innings.
Yeah. And like really high up there in extra innings. Yeah. I know the Bulls and Inglewood was way up there. It's rare. I've only played in like one game throughout my whole high school career. Where
it was Vieira.
Yeah, where we even played. I think we played 9 innings, and that's 9 innings.
Night,
it's a long game, and we drove back afterwards. But I couldn't imagine playing 11 innings.
And then I think they had a game the next day.
Yeah, your pitching staff is gone, and then all the energy you have, you're just so drained the next day. You don't even want.
Your body's
you still got to go
drained.
to school. Is that rule still happen where like you have to go to school to play? Yeah. So it sucks.
Tecoy Creek, St. Aug 7, Tecoy 4. West Nassau 2, Baldwin 1. And Friday night, St. John's versus Clay. St. John's 3, Clay 2. That was a really good game.
Yeah, you could talk a little bit about that.
We should have had more runs. Mistakes I made. made a bad mistake too. Base running mistake.
Lay down a good bunt though.
Lay down a good bunt, score a run.
Yeah. A
Braden
little bit of
Hare.
a Chandler Dancer shout out. What do you go?
Yeah,
2 for 3.
2 for 3 at the plate.
There we go.
But I could have sold the game with my base running here though.
Happens.
Braden Harris, 7 innings, I think 104 pitches, 15 Ks, which is kind of unheard of.
He's been good.
He's been doing good. I think he topped 94 5 times. That was a good game. Low county matchup, Clay versus St. John's, Clay County. And then I didn't put down the final score of Creekside versus Bartram.
The second.
Yeah, Creekside had 9, Bartram had 11, which that's a high scoring game.
It's probably because of that pitching that went. Yeah. They're probably throwing out guys who didn't have a lot of innings.
Connor Balazic went 6 for 7 or 7 for 8.
In that game?
That series.
Oh, in the series.
Yeah, which is, I think he hit a bomb as well.
It's weird because, like, Creekside, I feel like when they play the teams that are ranked super high, like they play so good, and we've seen them the first week of the game of the week when they beat Providence. They played so good.
Yeah.
They could play Trinity. They should have won that game.
Yeah.
If they could play defense a little better, and then now they dropped 2 to Bartram.
They beat Spruce
Creek. And I feel like they lost to someone last week that they just should have won. But it's like,
I feel like they lost. I think they lost to AC. I believe they lost to AC in the second week or something.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've always had this problem on teams I've played on. Like, we're always like, we are the better team. It's just when we play teams that we're not like getting maybe super hyped for, or that you're just kind of coasting through, and then you end up losing, and it's just like, I know it's frustrating for them.
Yeah. Providence University Christian, Providence 3, UC 1. UC has a good team. They put up some close battles. I mean, they had Bowles Trinity the same week. Both of those were close games.
Yeah.
Played Providence 3-1. They got a good team going on.
They're good. Yeah. They're a sleeper team
for sure. Let's see. It was a pretty good week last week. This week, there's a lot of good amount of teams are going to the South Walton tournament.
Yep.
Trinity, St. John's. We got 3 games: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come home Saturday after the game. We play Houston from Tennessee. Bishop Verot.
Yep.
And then Winter Park. So that's 3 games. That's going to be tough. Trinity plays.
Test the win streak.
Yeah, test the win streak. Trinity plays. I know they play IMG, the top team, Lincoln, and some other team.
And I know that. Sorry, I unplugged my mic.
It's all good.
I know that these, like, when you're playing these like tournaments, I guess you could say, not really a tournament, but you're going and playing 3 games. I think coaches are even gonna find or feel the importance of like teaching your kids like this is gonna be how it's gonna be
in the
3-game series.
Yeah.
Like, it's even more important to take these game series and be able to lock in for 2 to 3 days in a row and go out there, just focus and
compete. Yeah. Having energy. The third game, our third game, it's a 9 a.m. game. That's kind of like,
that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a good team, good arms. Kind of feels like travel ball to me.
Yeah, it always does when you play early. I never liked it.
Yeah. Anyways, Gage will put out his top 5 rankings. We got a new spot in the 5 spot.
Did you want to go over the game of the week from last week first before we go into rankings?
Let's do rankings and then we'll go over the game of the week.
Okay.
So I'll put out the rankings. New person in the 5 spot. Someone drop down. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, so we got new rankings. This is my 4th rankings that I'm putting out this year. So starting off at number 5, we have Fernandina, the only undefeated team, I believe, in the city. 10-0 record, making their first appearance on the list. It's like impossible to leave them out. They're 10-0. A lot of people probably say their strength of schedule isn't the best, but I don't think your team would probably be 10-0 even after playing. You have to be a good team to be 10-0, no matter who you're playing against. For sure. Because it's baseball, anybody can win on any day. Some stats from Fernandina I want to mention is the 455 average from Tanner Jones. He also has 6 doubles and a home run, so he's putting up great numbers, leading the team offensively on their 10-game stretch to start the year. And then also Trace Farmer, leading Fernandina on the mound In 18 and a third innings, he has a 1.15 ERA and 26 Ks. They got 3 more games this week that I think are winnable. I think they play Beachside, I know for sure, West Nassau, and Yulee, I think.
Yeah.
I was looking at that a little bit ago. And just like kind of me internally, I want them to go undefeated. It'd be cool to see a team go 25 and 0, 25 games, right?
Yeah.
25 and 0 on a season, that'd be sick. So I kind of want to keep my eye on them the rest of the year and watch out what they're doing. And then coming in at number 4, we have Bishop Snyder. They're holding their ground at 4. We'll talk a little bit about the game of the week in a little bit against Trinity. I'm not going to go into that too much, but they did lose. Second time they've lost in the game of the week now. And even with this loss this week, I was kind of comparing Snyder and Bowles and who to put at this number 4 spot. I kind of just went and looked at their losses that they've had, and both teams have lost to Providence, but I just compared the Snyder lose to Trinity and then Bowles' second losses to Fletcher, and I'm kind of like it's kind of hard to put Bowles ahead of them at the moment. I didn't feel the need to drop them very much. Snyder did win 2 games, 3-0 against Sandalwood and an 11-1 win against Ponte Vedra, bringing the record to 8-2. They have another tough week. I think they play Stoneman Douglas, which, if you're keeping up with baseball in the recent years, Stoneman Douglas is
Always good.
yeah, always one of the top teams in the country, especially in the state. And then Trip Hanna's leading the offense, batting .486 with 3 doubles and 9 RBIs. The Oklahoma State commit is he's hitting pretty well to start the year. And then coming in with a 3-0 week, improving their record to 10-2, is the St. John's Spartans. Coach Tom Lucas has got the Spartans back in their form, winning 9 straight games. They kind of started off slow, lost to Bowles and Lincoln 1-2 to start the year. Now they're 10-2.
Spartans are hot.
Yeah, and maybe just a slow start. It happens, but
Yeah.
he's got the team figured out.
Well, if you look at the box score, both of those losses, all those runs are in one inning. So it's baseball. You can lose
it just
in
happens.
one inning.
Mm-hmm. It's impressive to win. We said that a second ago, or I said a second ago about Fernandina. They're on a 10-game win streak. St. John's is on a 9-game win streak. It's impressive to win that many games in a row, no matter who you're playing against. Braden Harris, as Chan mentioned a couple minutes ago, he had a great game this past week against Clay. He has 7 innings, 15 Ks, and I think he's up to 52 Ks on the season in 24 and 2/3 innings. So he's striking out over 2 batters an inning. It's hard to put runs up against them when he's doing that. And just a cool stat I had while looking at their team this year: St. John's has had 3 games with 3 home runs hit this year, and I think they have another game with 2. So they're elevating and celebrating. Coming at number 2, jumping from 3-2 is Providence. Providence improves to a record of 9-2, and they're also on a win streak, 6-game win streak. Probably something common you see with the top teams that go on big runs, and that's why their record's pretty high at the end of the year. They continue to impress me, honestly. They might not win by the most amount of runs. I was looking at their stats, or their pitching's not like they're letting up no runs a game. I mean, I think they had like a 2.7 ERA as a team, which is still really low. It's really good. Um, Wins against Bowles, UC, and Wolfson this past week. I think they're the second best team at the moment. It'll be really interesting to watch Providence. They play Trinity and St. John's still to finish the year out. I think Trinity on the 20th, and
I couldn't tell you.
I think
off the top of my
I
head.
think St. John's on the 28th or something like that.
Maybe some future game of the week.
Looking at that, yeah, I'm gonna definitely want to go to those games. Providence is batting .279. They have 6 triples on the season as a team, and then Ryan Walls leads the staff with a 1.17 ERA in his 18 innings pitched. He's a really good off-speed pitch. Ryan does. Then coming at number 1, they're still staying at the top of the rankings, is Trinity, even though they did lose this week to Beholtz. Trinity went 2-1. They beat Flagler, and they also beat
Snyder.
Snyder, yeah, in the game of the week, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. They have games coming up. They're going to South Walton as well. Lincoln, they should be interesting to watch because Lincoln's already played 2 teams in Jacksonville, and so I'm trying to see kind of how Trinity matches up along with the other teams since Trinity doesn't play St. John's.
3 teams.
3 teams?
Clay, I believe Creekside beat them.
Lincoln?
They played us.
Yeah. So it's kind of just to see how Trinity matches up against Lincoln compared to the other teams. Still waiting on this team to kind of wake up. I mean, if just looking at the lineup, like they do have the 8 Division 1 commits in their lineup, starting lineup hitting. They got
Some JUCOs,
another one on the mound.
D2, D3s.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to, I know I'm not up on the screen, but it's kind of hard to move them down in the rankings. Just
they
looking at
are.
their games, they've had a lot of close games to, I want to say, the top teams.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely could have been
which is going to happen in
performed
high
better.
school.
Yep. It's baseball. You're
It's
not going to
baseball.
win by
Yeah,
20
exactly.
runs every game.
You're not going to go 25-0, but maybe Fernandina Beach does that this year. That'd be
Hopefully,
pretty cool to see.
I'm rooting for them
Be cool to see, but it's hard to move, a team like Trinity down.
because
I
we.
still think they're only 8 games in. They missed out that first week.
Mhm.
They struck out a lot as a team, but I think that'll all come together. They got a tough 3 games coming up here in South Walton.
Yep.
Kind of show how Trinity really is playing
Yep.
against those top
Played
teams.
against IMG as well.
IMG that'll be a tough
Their
game
A
for them.
team. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like we said, they're not going to dominate every game, but you probably would expect them to dominate some games
yeah,
with the lineup and the staff they have, and that just really hasn't happened yet. And I know they're feeling the pressure. Everyone's probably talking about,
yep,
oh, Trinity's not that good, they're not this, they're not that. And I know they're feeling that pressure, but they're going to perform. I think they'll turn it around. Trinity's staff is only allowing 1 earned run a game and striking out 12 a game. I think that's still really
yeah.
impressive to mention. Even though their bats aren't as good as they should be throughout this point of the season, their pitching staff is keeping them together. Then Ethan Wheeler's leading the hitters with a 474 average at the plate. So I think it's interesting. We're kind of like halfway through the season now with the rankings, and I know people have a lot of discrepancies or may not agree with what we put out here at WHP, but I know there's a debate or discussion to have whether like through the 1 through 5. I think these are the 5 best teams in the city as we speak.
Um, an idea I had, because some people have reached out to me,
Yeah.
asking if I could do a public and private school ranking,
Hmm.
which I think is a great idea. I did that last year. Um,
Kind
but
of.
we don't have a lot of time doing this podcast. You got work, I got school, I got practice. So we like to just do the top 5 and keep that simple. But I think there's one more week left, and we'll be middle of the season. I think it might be a good idea. We might could do a
Hmm.
public school ranking,
Yeah.
um, and a private school ranking, and then pick back up with just the top 5, because we only get an hour and a half to do this.
Hmm.
Um, so I think that's a pretty good idea. And back to Fernandina, they don't play Yulee. They play
Oh.
Hilliard
Oh yeah, Hilliard.
Beachside in West
West
Nassau.
Nassau. Yeah.
Um, pretty sure they do play Yulee later on. Not sure, but that's a pretty good top 5. Um, Bulls dropped down just because you
Because
know.
you have to put Fernandina in here. They're 10-0. And like I said, it's just a toss up kind of between Snyder and Bulls. I think they're very similar
Yeah,
in their same record. Just the teams they played. I think Snyder's just has better losses.
yeah.
So
I'm just looking at Trinity's schedule. Their next 6 games are crazy. They got the 3 games in South Walton. They play North Marion again, which they won 2-1. Scored those last 2 runs in the last inning. They got Providence on the 20th, like you said. Then they go down to Jesuit. Play Jesuit. They have 2 guys in the upper 90s, and most of those kids have played one of the guys,
yeah.
Wilson Anderson. They play Florida Christian, which I believe is a good team. They still have Lowndes left. Clay has a really good team, and
Hmm.
then a few more games in between there, and then playoffs, which I
Yep.
think they'll be good. I mean, you don't realistically, it's all right if you start bad in
Oh
the
yeah,
first half
that's
of
the
the
best
season.
way
You
to
want to
go.
get hot at the end, right when before playoff starts.
And maybe now that they have a tougher stretch ahead of them than like we said, certain teams like we said about Creekside, kind of playing at their opponent's level. It kind of looks seems like
Yeah,
maybe Trinity's like just in that not in that mindset, but they're just that's how they are at the
yeah.
moment. They need to wake up a little
They
bit.
also they go to the Cary tournament, the USA
Hmm.
tournament. That's their last games of the season. You got Corona, their best team in the nation. Huntington Beach, some other great teams, California teams, people from all over. That's the best tournament in high school baseball, I believe. Um, but last year we did that. We played those 4 games there, and then we came back, and then we lost 3 games. Um, that next week we lost to UC Creekside and Oakleaf.
Yeah.
So our bodies were tired. Um, it's baseball, but hopefully they don't do that this year. I mean, they got that carried tournament and then the playoffs start.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can get hot here soon and show everyone who Trinity Christian is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, good top 5. We'll go on a break. I think we're about 25 minutes in. Go on a break, and then we'll go over the game of the week, Snyder versus Trinity, and then we'll say the player of the game presented by Represent Baseball. Make sure you guys go check out Carry Apparel. Carry Apparel draws inspiration from positive quotes. On the website, it says, "In life, we go through challenges. Sometimes athletes go through additional life challenges. Carry Apparel strives to keep individuals in a positive mindset. Be ready is the basis of their business. Always be ready because you never know when you are called upon and it's your turn to show your abilities. Be ready in everything you do, whether that's at school, work, or as an athlete. Always be ready." Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram and check out their website, carryapparel.com. If you guys are wanting to play at the next level or even go to another school, North Florida showcases the design for high school, junior college, and transfer portal baseball players who want to showcase their skills in front of college coaches. These events also provide the latest metrics including batting exit velocity, throwing velocity, 60-yard dash times, and more. They're dedicated to helping players become prospective student athletes at the next level. Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram and X. North Florida Showcases. Back from the break, we'll go over the game of the week. We'll pull that up. Final score was Trinity 5, Snyder 4. Both had 7 hits. Both had an error.
Yep. Very even matchup.
Yeah. Close. It was close. You can kind of go over the game, but from what I saw after my game, we were all watching it. Snyder had bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th. Was it 2 outs? I think they had 1 out at first. There was 1 out, I believe.
I don't
strikeout. I think
necessarily remember exactly. I know there was 2 outs when the pitching change happened. When Brennan came in.
Yep.
And I know there were bases loaded then, but they might have had bases loaded with 1 out at some point before they scored, maybe, and then they scored 1 with 2 outs, and you're like, oh, they might do this. It's getting kind of scary. It's like you could feel the tension, like the crowd was getting loud.
Was there a lot of people there?
I think there was a decent amount of people there for this game.
One of the best games this year, I'd say.
Matchup wise, yeah. And it was close too. Everyone stayed to the end, really. It was actually whenever the inning switched over, once Trinity came on the field to pitch, there were actually people from Snyder leaving, it seemed like. Or at least people behind. I don't know if they were just like random fans, but like just there to watch the game, but they were leaving. I think they figured the game was over, but then
they almost came back.
Yeah, they would have missed something cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but just being there, Trinity started off bases loaded, no outs to start the game.
First inning, yeah.
Their starter, Jack, I don't remember.
Jack Rouch.
Yeah. He came in, but he's there. Struck out, I think, 2 or 3. I'm not remember.
Oh, we have the stats. We'll look at that.
Yeah, we'll look that up. Gets out of that, and then Snyder answers with 2 in the bottom of the first, and you're like, dang, Trinity. We know we've talked about them starting off slow. They're not really dominating games, and they just kind of came out like they lost to Buchholz that week already, and you're like, dang, Trinity just got punched in the mouth. They answer with 3 in the second, go up 3-2, and then the game kind of slows down a little bit. I don't think anybody scores until the last 2 innings or so.
It was a good game.
It was a very good game.
I haven't looked at the video yet.
I think a lot of opportunities missed between the two of these teams, especially you, Snyder. You're looking at that last inning, you just one base hit and you win the game.
Yep.
They're gonna be like, dang. And
Yeah.
the game that they played last week against Providence, they also lost by was it 1 or 2?
No, I don't remember.
But
It was
that
a
was
close game.
another
Yeah, that
close
was
game.
another
Both
good
their
game.
losses have been close.
Yeah.
Ethan looked great on the mound.
5 innings.
Started off slow, but after that, when he settled in, he looked really good. Yeah.
I put that video out Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Look at it tonight. How was it? How'd the video go?
I think it was good. I think the first inning or so, whenever the Snyder scored, there might have been a little mess up, but quality was good. Pictures look great this week. You guys should.
They'll be out by the time this episode's out. I'll put them out on my story.
You guys should hit Chandler up for those. They look really good, I think.
Ashton Nugent, good stuff.
Shout out
Ashton Nugent. Let's pull up the stats. We'll go the away team first, Trinity. Kind of hard to see the screen from here, so I got to turn. 7 hits, like we said, for both teams. Gage Petratz 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Brady Harris went 1 for 2 with a just 1 for 2
double.
He hit a double off the wall. We got Ethan Wheeler, which is the batting average leader for Trinity. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Also started on the mound that game. Parker Lau 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a double.
Yep.
Then we got Jordan Martinez 1 for 3. Chris Reale 1 for 2. And then as far as the pitching side, 3 guys pitched. Ethan Wheeler, like we said, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks. 3 earned runs, 1 walk.
9 punch outs.
Then we got Merrick Beamish, 1.2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, which he had a labrum surgery last year. This is his first time pitching this season again since sophomore year. So that's kind of tough.
First time pitching. Oh, you're saying like back
hurt,
on the mound.
Yeah, back on the
mound.
mound.
Not his first appearance this year, but first season back.
First season back since sophomore year. He's in the low 9s, upper 8s. Brendan Bachtel, 0.1 inning, came in and closed that last out, like you said.
Fly out the center field, bases loaded. Big pitch. I don't remember exactly what happened in that count, but I just feel like the first pitch or something was the ball, and then people were like, oh. I remember someone behind us was like, oh, you can't bring a ball thrower in right here, and I was like, I was just like, smile. I was like, this one pitch.
Yeah. One pitch.
Brennan ends up getting that out.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, all these pitchers kind of similar. Trinity, they didn't look like dominant. Merrick's first inning was really good. The second inning, he struggled a little bit. Ethan's first 2 innings didn't look great, but then he settled in and looked good, and then Brennan gets that last out.
I don't know his top. We want to have a radar gun next year out there to kind of have, the pitchers' velos, just more stuff to talk about on the show for the pitchers, and the pitchers would like that as well.
That'd be cool.
To know what they're throwing. Sure they know. Sure some people are out there with radar.
Someone's probably there.
But I know Ethan's been in the 90s before. I believe Merrick has been. I think all 3 of them have been in the 90s before. This is actually Brennan's. Is this his first appearance this season? First or second appearance, but he didn't pitch. I want to say for 2 years.
Yeah,
He's having arm problems. Didn't get back on the mound last year. He's back out there this year, throwing in the 90s.
Throwing heat.
Good stuff. Junior year, Brendan Bachtel. Another good arm for Trinity. Good stuff. 7 hits. They did their job.
Yeah, they
got the runs, scored more runs. Kind of came to a close one in the last inning. Let's pull up the Snyder stats.
Yeah.
Looks like our screen's a little messed up, but we're good. We've got Tristan Silver 1 for 3 at the plate with a walk. Josh Murray went 1 for 4. Let's see. Trip Hanna 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. 3 hits off of 3 good arms like that. That's a pretty good game for Trip Hanna.
He hit ball really well.
Tanner Upton 1 for 3. Elias Mamea 1 for 3.
Got it right this time.
Yep. And that's it there. Yeah. As far as their pitching, Jack Rauch 1.1 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks.
Yeah. All those runs came in the second inning. He went out there. I think the bases got loaded. I don't remember if he walked the guy in or something happened where they scored one. Then they switched out to Mamea. I think that's how they score the rest of the runs, but they weren't on him. Maybe another run was off of him that inning too. They kind of blew it up.
Elias Mamea, 3 innings, which is pretty good. I think he did that against Providence too. He came in second or
Yeah,
third.
he's looked really good on the
Yeah,
mound. Both the times he pitched, he comes in. I don't know what he's spinning at, but it seems like he's throwing the ball pretty hard.
yeah,
Off speed looks good. Command's been good.
it's
On
good
one
stuff.
walk last night or
Great guy
last
out of
week.
the pen.
Yeah.
He had 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And then I think it's Lewis Turner, 1.2 innings, which is the sidearm guy,
Yeah, he
right?
was throwing. He throws really low.
Really low. I
Yeah.
actually have some pictures. I should have uploaded one.
He's
But
like
his arm is close to the ground when he pitches.
he's like that pitcher for the Giants, Tyler Rogers. It's either Taylor or Tyler. They're both brothers.
Yeah.
But he's throwing super low like
Well,
that.
that's tough to hit.
I wonder how hard he throws because I mean I figured throwing from that angle is so funky. If you could get like
That's almost like
low to mid 80s,
yeah,
like I
that'd be
feel like
hard
you
to
have
hit.
a really good chance to go play baseball somewhere.
It's almost like the ball is rising because
Yeah,
he's from so low and it
it
comes
is.
out.
If you throw one like kind of towards the top of the zone, it creates that like
Sure.
rising effect. I even could get that like just throwing from like pretty much just straight from the side. Like it's
Yeah.
like it does the ball is not rising, but it just creates that visual effect because you're so used to seeing the ball come from a downward angle
No, it's
over the
coming
top, and it's kind of just staying on
up and
plane.
down.
Yeah, it's just staying on plane, and
Which he did good. No hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks.
Mhm.
Um, I'm sure their approach when you face a guy like that is get on top of the ball, see fastball, get on top of the ball, try to hit a ground ball. That would be my approach at least. Seeing the ball from down to up, get on top of it. Trip Hanna closed out the last inning. I know he was throwing pretty hard. 1 inning, doesn't pitch that much, but he's got the velo, he's got the stuff. He's got an inning, no runs, no walks, no earned runs, nothing, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Mhm.
Uh, Starting pitcher struggled a little bit, which that happens.
Yeah, and I don't know how often he starts, but it kind of seemed like that was just like a bullpen game for Snyder. Maybe they're hiding something from Trinity. They didn't want to like throw one of their
Yeah, I
starters out
think
there.
Cody Bushell he's pitched against Trinity a few times, so they
Yeah,
kind of thought like they have his number, they know his stuff,
maybe just want
stuff
to
like
save him
that.
too. And I think I've seen some Cole Dennis, right? One of their other starters. I think he hasn't let up an earned run this
Yeah,
year. So it's another arm. Maybe they're hiding from Trinity.
because they'll see him later on in the
Yeah.
playoffs,
Are they in the same district?
district and region.
Yeah, region stuff. Especially the three
So
game series.
that's smart move by Zach Osbeck.
Yeah. Hiding the two of their top arms in the 3 game series, hopefully to kind of surprise Trinity a little bit.
Yeah.
I know they know the names, but seeing
Uh
them's
huh.
a different thing.
Yeah, for sure. And tell me about that game. It's 5-4. Did it seem like was it a long game?
Yeah, it felt really long. The first couple innings were super slow, like we said.
Well, you saying there's a first inning bases loaded, last inning bases loaded. That's
Yeah,
just for me knowing, just looking at what you told me.
a lot of
That's a long game.
four
Four
pitchers
pitchers, three.
from Snyder, three from Trinity. A lot of malvisits. I don't know if it was the lighting or something, but I feel like
The pitcher's gonna see the signs, right?
yeah, like they kept like a lot of time calls in this game. Even from the head coaches, I know talked to the hitters. I think once or twice each head coach did in the middle of an at bat. So like things like that just kind of slow the game down. 7 hits from each team.
Not
Fair
bad.
fair few amount of walks. 5 from Snyder's pitching staff and 4 from Trinity. So
How many
9.
strikeouts did Trinity Christian have,
They had
pitching wise?
13 on the mound.
That's pretty good.
So even though they struck out 13, they still let up 4. I feel like there were a lot of deep counts in this game.
Yeah.
So like things like that just prolonged the game. I feel like we were there for a while. I was wondering when I was sitting there, does high school I forget if they have a
Time
time
limit?
limit?
No, they don't. No
No
time
time
limit in high
limit. I
school.
feel like there used to be one.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just making that up or something.
I don't think so.
But
Maybe
yeah.
in middle school or something. I don't know.
And then just things like that. I think there was a pinch hit on
Yeah.
both sides of the ball.
Levi Couch went in Aiden Arnett. I
Yep,
think
and
Aiden
then
has a concussion.
yeah, something said like that. I
Yeah.
don't really want to, but Matthew Teachout also came in.
Yep.
So it's a really long game. Trinity, I expected them to win. They did win. Snyder hang in there. I expected it to be close. Maybe not as close, especially with the Snyder not throwing one of their top two guys and Trinity throwing one of their top two guys. But yeah, it's a close game.
Good game. Same amount of hits.
Same amount of errors.
Snyder almost pulled it out that last inning.
Yeah. I think also there's a fair amount of hit by pitches too, which they don't show in the stats. But I think Brady Harris got hit twice his first two at bats. And then I know Cody got hit once as well. I don't remember if that was the last inning or like one of the first couple at bats.
Let's see.
I remember there being that as well. And the energy was there from both sides of the ball.
The whole game?
Yeah, energy seemed there. Snyder, if you haven't been to one of their games this year, but I've been to two now, and they're loud from start to finish.
Energy,
yeah, in the dugout, they're always cheering. And then Trinity's showing their energy, maybe not in the same way as loud in the dugout, but
so there's 3 hit by pitches the whole game.
Yeah, 2 from Brady. I think Cody got hit once, but showing their energy in a different way. Ethan was showing his energy coming off the mound, getting pumped up. And then
it's like a rival game right down the street, little West Side matchup.
And I think over the past 2 or 3 years, Snyder and Trinity have played a lot.
Yeah. I know. Last year we played them twice. First game we beat them 18-0, and then we played them in the regional championship. That was a closer.
Did you play them in district championship?
Game. Yeah.
You didn't play them in the regular season?
No, because we had that carry tournament. We had to
okay. And then the year before that, in 23, we played the regular season district and then regional as well. So they played 3, 2 last year, 5, 6. Expect them to play in the region. If they play a 3-game series, it goes all 3 games. They could have played 9 games against each other in the last 3 years. So
yeah, it's crazy. Let's screen share. We'll kind of show off the Twitter. We won't read off everything, but let's see here. The starting pitchers: Wheeler and Rouch. Jack Rouch strike out to leave the bases loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Trip Hannah double for an RBI.
Yeah, I think he
right center gap.
If I remember, that was a fastball. It's kind of like they came out swinging, doing on a heater, took it the other way, right center gap.
That's the take the lead.
Yep, that was in the bottom of the first. They scored 2.
Cole Dennis ground out shortstop for another RBI.
Mm-hmm.
So 2-0.
Yep.
Top second 2-0. Jordan Martinez here to start off the inning.
I think they started off back-to-back singles. Jordan and Chris
Reale single to left. So there's runners on first and second right there. Mm-hmm. Gage Petrutz, RBI single. Looks like he slips out the box right there.
Yeah. Third baseman almost made a great play on this ball. If he could have stopped it, maybe got the runner out. Trinity doesn't score as many this inning. They end up scoring 3 or
4. Let's see. Bases loaded, 1 out for Trinity. And this is now the time where Elias comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden Arnett with a walk with an RBI. Then Ethan Wheeler single for an RBI. Parker Lowell then scores 2 here. Elias. So what would be the score here? We got 5-2.
Yeah, so they end up scoring 5 that inning. Trinity does. That's all their production right there in the second inning. Like we said, we mentioned it a couple of times this show. Just all it takes is 1 inning, and that could be the game sometimes.
There's Josh Murray with an infield single. Trip Hannah with another RBI single. So then that makes it 5-3. Yep, 5-3 right there. Brady Harris double off the wall.
I thought this was gone. You wanna pull that up? Ball was pieced in the gap. It was that went out on a line. I wonder what the exit velo was on this, because this ball really didn't get that high. Look at it.
Oh yeah.
Right off the top of the wall. And I think
we got a double celly?
I don't remember, but I think Brady and Cody were sharing a laugh after this. Brady was probably saying how he almost got that one or something like that. He almost hit that one out there.
Top 5, 5-3. Parker Lau with a double to center. And now the loose turn sidearm guy is now in. Looks like Snyder got out of the jam with a
big
double play. Ethan strikes out
you
the
probably
batter,
can see
gun the 6. He's got a lot of energy right here.
Yeah. Seeing the energy was there. You can hear it in the crowd. Crowd's getting loud for big outs.
Top 6-5-3. Loose Turner, strike out the half. When Merrick Beamish comes in.
If you want to show that strikeout, it's actually kind of the one below it is actually kind of funny. I think he was uncertain on the call, so he started celebrating and then stopped and then he went again. If you look at the picture, like kind of fake pump.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't sure if it was a strike or not.
That was a pinch hit right there. Pinch hit for Ian. Levi Couch. Merrick's in. Strikes out to the first batter. Tanner Upton singles the right. Second baseman there for Fleming. I mean, he came from Fleming to Snyder. Single to right. Top 7th, now 5-3. Trip Hanna goes in the pitch. Then we got Trip Hanna singles. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. So maybe there wasn't 2 outs.
2 outs with base loaded. Big hit, and actually.
So then Cole Dennis walks for an RBI. It's 5-4. Still 2 outs. I don't know who the last batter was, but I think it was a strikeout to finalize the game.
No, it was a fly out the center. It was the lefty. I think placed second or something.
That was Tanner up.
Maybe it was him then. But actually, something interesting in the 7th inning right there when Snyder had a chance to score. I think it was the second out or first out of the game. What happened was there was a ball hit to shortstop. Parker fielded it, turned to throw it to Jordan at second, and he ended up not throwing the ball to. Why'd you take your headset off?
Because I gotta plug in my laptop.
What ended up happening was he ended up not throwing the ball to first and turning two, which he did secure the out. It wasn't. Sometimes it could be a smart play. I wasn't paying. I was looking at the camera, so I couldn't really tell how far the runner was down the line. But if you look back at that, if he had a chance and not thrown it, it ended up couldn't be some big. They ended up winning, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Jordan made I guess it ended up being a smart play not to throw the ball away, and maybe he felt like he didn't have time or something. But could have been a key part of the game.
Also,
right
a little switch up Trinity made for their infield. Jordan now at second. Parker Lau, both LSU commit middle infielders. Parker Lau's at short. I think they're switching off at third with Gerard Flowers, the sophomore, and Chris Reale. I think they're switching on. Depending on who's pitching and stuff like that. Chris also plays the outfield. Anyways, we'll pull up player of the game. Parker Lau, 2 for 4 at the plate.
Woo!
Double and 2 RBIs. LSU commit, like we said, the shortstop for Trinity Christian. Presented by Represent Baseball. No interviews this week. We didn't reach out. We kind of in a we were supposed to do this show yesterday. We ended up doing it today.
Busy weekend.
We're gonna make this show's a little longer, or somewhat a little longer, because we'll go over the game of the week for the next week, and then Parker Lau, 2 for 4. Represent Baseball is gonna send him over a T-shirt. Appreciate them guys, and Jake over there. The wording's a little small for me to look at, but kind of sums up what Parker Lau did. I think I have. Let's see. Parker Lau, you have 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs. He's batting 308 through 8 games.
Has a home
Pretty
run.
solid amount. Has a home run. First game of the season, which is great. Good stuff there, Parker Lau. New guy over there at Trinity.
Coming
from, I believe, IMG. Yeah. IMG. So he's going to play his boys this weekend.
Yeah, he probably knows a bunch of those guys.
Yeah. I'm going to try to go to that game. We're in South Walton as well. I'm not sure what time it is. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, should be.
Let's see. I wonder what day that game's on. Who
they play? I'm thinking. I don't think it's their first game.
So it should be an Ethan Wheeler start again.
Yeah, depending on. I know last week they switched it up though. They went Aaron then Ethan. So maybe Aaron throws. I don't know.
Maybe Tyler. Who knows? Yeah. They got the guys though. They got the bullpen.
Yep.
Anyways, let's go on a break, and then we'll go over the game of the week we put out. Just It just ended yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was out for 24 hours. Um, we'll go over that and some top guys from those teams that I looked up their stats. Pretty good matchup. Shorter segment, and then we'll end it. And then our next show next week, we'll go over that game of the week and then
Yeah.
announce the next game of the week. So kind of the same thing. New rankings, maybe the public school, private school rankings. We'll see and see how much time we
Maybe
have.
even I think we're gonna try and do like a little bit of a stats thing
Yeah.
too throughout the city so far about halfway through the year.
Yeah, we want to get out. We also want to get out and do a podcast at a field or something.
Gotta make
Doesn't
that
have to be
happen.
the game of the week. It could
Nope.
be any field. So reach out if you would allow us to do that. I think we got the Wi-Fi covered, but it'd be great if they had Wi-Fi. Anyways, short little break, and we'll be back on the game of the week. If you guys are wanting to play at the next level, or even go to another school, North Florida showcases the design for high school, junior college, and transfer portal baseball players who want to showcase their skills in front of college coaches. These events also provide the latest metrics including batting exit velocity, throwing velocity, 60-yard dash times, and more. They're dedicated to helping players become prospective student athletes at the next level. Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram and X. North Florida Showcases. Make sure you guys go check out Carry Apparel. Carry Apparel draws inspiration from positive quotes. On the website, it says, "In life, we go through challenges. Sometimes athletes go through additional life challenges. Carry Apparel strives to keep individuals in a positive mindset. Be ready is the basis of their business. Always be ready because you never know when you are called upon and it's your turn to show your abilities. Be ready in everything you do, whether that's at school, work, or as an athlete. Always be ready. Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram and check out their website, carryapparel.com. Back here from the break. Game of the week next week or this week. Thursday, Baldwin versus Oakleaf won the poll. We have a few of them out there. I'll read them off. Have the Twitter up here. We had Clay versus Tocoy Creek, which came in second. Baldwin versus Oakleaf won. St. Joe's versus West Nassau, and then we got Beachside versus Fernandina, which I kind of want to go see a Fernandina game.
Yeah, I want to too, especially while they're undefeated. I want to go watch.
We'll
But you guys, if you see the Twitter polls and your team's on there, share it with your friends, parents, schools.
I did see some guys share it to their Instagram, some
There you
share it
go.
to your Snapchat. Helps us
come
out a lot.
You have a video,
Video-
a high
Nope.
school game. You can watch that like 10 years from now. Show
Yeah.
even your kids or something. It'll be cool to have. I promise you.
Cool to have.
You're
Cool to
gonna
post
want
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Your stats, your
pictures.
hits,
Most of the time, I don't
think we're doing pictures this
Maybe.
week. Not 100% yet, but we're trying to figure that out.
Mhm.
Yeah, Baldwin versus Oakleaf. Just some stats I have up.
Excited to go somewhere new.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that.
Yeah. Thank God. We've seen the same teams every week.
We're gonna mix it up. I promise.
We're mixing it up. No Trinity Providence Snyder for a few weeks. We didn't put any of them on the poll, which kind of helped us out this week. Some people are in South Walton. Can't go there. It's a little far away for us.
Yeah, you'll be there, but
I'll be there.
I'm
Yeah.
not making the trip. That's for sure.
Baldwin. We've seen the same teams every week.
We're gonna mix it up. I promise.
We're mixing it up. No Trinity Providence Snyder for a few weeks. We didn't put any of them on the poll, which kind of helped us out this week. Some people are in South Walton. Can't go there. It's a little far away for us.
Yeah, you'll be there, but
I'll be there.
I'm
Yeah.
not making the trip. That's for sure.
Baldwin, Chase Staley batting 353 through I don't know how many games they've played. Then put that down. Drew Harmon is batting 349 as well. Drew Harmon is also the leader with 15 hits on the team. It's a good amount of hits. Seems like what a hit a game is pretty much what that is.
Well,
I don't think they played 15.
They played 15 already.
I don't think they played 15.
Oh yeah,
so a little bit more hit a game. Cooper Farah has pitched 19.1 innings, 14 hits, 7 earned runs, 12 walks, 18 Ks. His opponent's batting average is 189.
That's really good.
It's pretty solid. Committed to St. John's River College.
Yeah, I think around when we were looking at the stats earlier, around like the top teams in Jacksonville, they're batting at like 260 to 290 range at the plate. That's really good. So if you're holding someone less than 200,
pretty solid.
You're doing good. Yeah.
Doing your job. For Oakleaf, JP Espinoza batting 406. Jay Aruga Flores batting 391. And then we got Connor Tamp batting 308. I think it'd be a pretty good matchup. Pretty even teams.
And coach for Oakleaf.
Matt Carter.
There it is. I was blanking. Coached at Baldwin before.
Yeah. So, and a little
that he wants to win.
Yeah, a little bit more information. Head coach for Baldwin, B.B. Osteen, and Matt Carter actually coached together at Oakleaf.
Oh, last year?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay, and then he went to Baldwin.
Yeah. So, they're little best friends.
Maybe they're throwing a little money on
him.
Maybe.
Probably. No. None of that. None of that.
No.
But a pretty good matchup. Best friends, head coaches.
Former
so they want to beat each other. Former schools.
I bet they know a bunch of the players on each side.
Travel ball. I think Matt Carter coaches most guys over on the Baldwin side. I think it's a pretty even matchup.
Yeah,
should be a good amount of hits, some good pitching.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Excited to go. Both these teams, I know in the past have had energy, especially Oakleaf.
Yeah, Oakleaf always has energy. Inning 1 through 7.
Matt Carter team has a lot of energy.
Baldwin has a lot of energy as well. We played them. I think it was Thursday night.
So any game like that is a good game, at least for us to go to. I know it can get long sometimes when you're sitting there.
It's good for the video. You got a lot of energy in the dugout. So, pretty good stuff. Some good. I mean, you got 3 guys on Oakleaf batting over 300, and 2 or 3 on Baldwin batting over 300.
Yep, should be close.
Good matchup. Yeah. Be on YouTube. We'll put out a graphic. We did it on the game of the week this week. I'll put it out either tomorrow, which is Wednesday, or the day of, which is Thursday. I think the game's at 6:30.
I'm not
6:37. Usually one of those times. Yeah. Thursday it's at Oakleaf. It's pretty cool. They actually have a banner of my podcast logo.
There you go. At the only school.
Yeah, I sponsored them some. I think it was like 8 dozen of Major League Baseball. Send them over that.
Shout
out Matt Carter.
There you go.
Appreciate you for doing that. Maybe we'll get some more banners at other high schools promote us.
We're just getting started here.
Just getting started. It's the first year of the show.
Sprinkling it in.
Yeah. We're gonna keep pushing out content. We had some ideas that we might do this summer. Should we mention? It's not for sure yet.
We're gonna make it happen. Go ahead. I think we're
gonna try to travel down to like a Sanford tournament.
Some travel ball.
We might do a little vlog. Yep. Filming some games. We're traveling down there, staying the night in the hotel. I think it'll be pretty good stuff. Some more content to post, more stuff for the YouTube, which is always great. We want our views to get out. We want our subscribers, all that fun stuff.
We're just pushing it out. But I don't think we're doing any more baseball today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Jaguars and their free agency so far. Free agency opened yesterday at 12.
At noon.
PM and the moves they made before them were a little shocking to probably most of the fans. Getting rid of Christian Kirk to division rival and the Texans.
Evan Ingram as well, right?
Evan Ingram, we cut him, so I'm wondering where he's going to go this year. He's a good tight end. I was saying.
I trust his coaching staff.
Yeah.
Seems like
we'll see where they're
trying to rebrand pretty much.
Yeah. I seen someone say that, like, why are the Jaguars doing this? And then someone else was like, it's because Evan Ingram doesn't fit the system. And I'm like, well, Evan Ingram's like right around the top 5 tight end when he's healthy, especially stats wise. I know he's like the second most catches ever in a season. And that was when he was with the Jaguars. So I was like, how does he not fit in the system? But I'm trusting them. They cleared up some money. So far in free agency, we have signed 3 offensive linemen.
We signed 9 guys.
Yeah, 3 offensive linemen. 1 Patrick McCarry, I think,
came from
the Ravens,
and also the center from Bucks, I believe.
Yeah, but this is the question I have. So we signed the Ravens guy. I know he was pretty solid. He's a good piece to have, especially we're losing our center.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're back.
He didn't start last year, which I'm like, why are we paying someone like $20 million over 3 years who didn't start? But he was.
Hold on, we keep freezing up here. Come back on. All right,
there we go. I seen a stat that he only let up 1 sack in his 1,000 pass blocks or something like that. Was good. I was wondering why he didn't start last year. And then we got the other offensive lineman from Chuma Adoga from the Cowboys, who also didn't start.
Yeah. And we also got the first person we got, which was early on. I think it was at 12 what,
Yeah,
12,
right away.
15,
Yeah, we
12,
were
10.
all
We were
texting,
all
watching.
watching, texting in the group
Yeah.
chat. Cornerback Jordan Lewis from the Cowboys. I think
Supposedly he's pretty
I
solid.
read he has 10 interceptions in 8 seasons. What is he averaging?
Bring some picks to the defense.
Averaging interception a season? One or
Yeah,
two, maybe.
hopefully a little more this year.
Yeah, we got a QB. I don't know
We
much
did
about
back up.
Nick Mullins.
I was
Where'd he
hoping
come
we
from?
kind of. I think he played with the Vikings last year.
Mac Jones, did he go anywhere? I don't think he
I don't
did.
think he's been signed yet. I know the Nick Mullins and Johnny Munt both came from the Vikings. Tight ends we signed too, so we got rid of Ingram, so we're adding some depth there.
Yeah, which I saw someone saying like it's good tight end. Fits Liam Cohen's
system or
system great.
Hopefully,
That's what people were saying.
Strange has a breakout year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I guess we're hoping
hopefully.
for. We signed wide receiver De'Ami Brown from the Commanders, which I was looking at stats. He did not have that many yards last season, which is weird because I didn't really keep up with
Did he get hurt?
Commanders much. No, but in the playoffs, he had like 300 yards in 3 games. So
peaked up in the playoffs.
Maybe he just wasn't like they weren't using him the right way or something. Because obviously he was doing something right at the end. So hopefully he balls out.
We got a safety,
Eric Murray from the Texans.
Oh, nice.
So we got a safety from them, which when looking back, I mean, this is how I always say with moves and stuff. You're not gonna know until they actually play whether it was the right move or not. But I just like
especially with free agency. I mean, most of the free agency guys. They're not the top guys.
Yeah, which is what I was wishing for. I would rather sign 2 or 3 guys who are like dogs, like they're like the top guys in the market, than sign. So we've signed 9 people, and we've probably spent the majority of our salary cap so far. Like I was hoping to get maybe like Javon Holland at like safety.
Cooper Kupp.
We still might get him.
We still might, but
they haven't dropped him yet, so we'll see.
That'd be a huge pickup for the Jaguars.
And then we have the number 5th pick. So based off of where
I think we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, where the free agency's
gone.
But
it's hard to tell.
Yeah. We're not gonna go offensive line. I'm guessing at 5 since we've signed 3 offensive linemen. I would say
probably not.
Stay away from that.
Cornerback, maybe a better.
Maybe, but then we also got one
or tight end
at number 5.
I don't know.
No, we're not drafting a tight end at 5.
True. You're right.
Maybe second round or something. I was hoping maybe we get. I mean, I think the best option would be Travis Hunter. I would love to go watch him.
You think he can play both sides?
Oh, 100%.
NFL?
He's good, dude.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk on that. I don't know.
He's little, but he's good.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on James Gladstone, the new GM?
I mean, if he came in here with the mindset, obviously coming to Jacksonville, when he looked at the roster, obviously had some things on his mind because he kind of got to work right away.
Yeah.
I know he's a pretty young GM.
Smart guy.
Yeah, but I think they said he's like a numbers or analytic, like very into analytics or numbers.
I think I saw where I was like Jacksonville was like the youngest staff.
Yeah, we do
along those lines.
Which should be. We haven't talked about the Jags since like the first episode
2 or 3. Yeah,
maybe some. Yeah, maybe episode 2 when we signed all the people we signed. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. The draft is in April, I want to say. Right?
Yeah, I think it's in April.
I think it's in April.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll probably bring up more news then. And just kind of watch out for free agency the next couple of days is probably the most. Let's see right there. We went from
the 7th most money to the 10th most money after signing 9 dudes. People don't like the sound a lot of some free agencies.
What does that mean? We're saying that right there. Like
7th
before we cut everyone, we had the 7th most money spent.
7th most money,
and now we've got
that money.
9 extra guys. Okay. So we still have a little more money to spend. Maybe that's where we're trying to go with Cooper Kupp or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hopefully.
Travis Hunter to the Jags.
You don't like it?
No, I do, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think it will? Maybe. Who knows? The Patriots might get him.
Yeah.
Seen something like that. But we'll see.
It's good stuff.
I wonder what the Jags schedule looks like. Maybe somewhere along the way we'll like go through and predict every game or something. We'll get closer to the season, kind of just.
I think the games are out
for fun.
Let's just do that.
Yeah, you want to?
Let's see who we play. Let me try to pull it up real quick. Here. Keep talking. Get the crowd going. Jaguars.
What I'm expecting from them, hopefully, is a lot of offense. Now that we have Cohen, and then we'll see. Let's see. So I'm gonna pull up the Twitter.
So here's the home games.
We'll pull this up real quick.
Chiefs.
Tough one. Probably lose that one, most likely.
Yeah.
We have the Chargers. Should be close. The Rams also should be close. They have Devontae Adams now. Seahawks. I'm gonna hope we beat them.
Yeah.
Now
you never know with the Jaguars, dude.
They don't have DK Metcalf anymore, or Geno Smith, or Tyler.
I said we win Seahawks. I said we win Jets. So what are we right now?
Should we win them?
2 and 3?
3 and 2.
3 and 2. Who do you think we're gonna win?
I think we'll win either one of the Chargers or Rams.
Okay.
I think we beat Seattle and the Jets, so we're 3 and 2. Carolina.
I don't know.
I would hope they kind of played pretty good at the end of the year.
At the end.
We'll just say 3 and 3.
Texans, you never know that game.
Probably lose that one.
Yeah.
We'll say 3 and 4.
Colts
were 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Screw it. We're 4 and 4.
We're beating the Titans.
5 and 4. There we go.
They were 5 and 4 right
then we moved to the away side. Titans we'll beat them again.
No, I don't think we're going 2-0 against.
Yeah, I think we'll go 2-0 against the Titans. I don't know about the Colts though. So we'll go 1-1 again between.
So where are we at?
Titans and Colts. So we're sitting at 7 and 5.
7-5. We got the Texans.
Maybe lose that one.
Yeah, we're losing that one again.
Maybe now we're 7 and 5. Kind of forgot here. How many games are there in the season? 17. We got 7 wins so far. Cardinals, we'll beat them.
18 games.
We'll beat them.
Cardinals beat them. Bengals,
probably lose that one. San Francisco, maybe.
They got rid of,
dude. They got rid of Debo now. They weren't good last year. We're kind of playing them. Maybe they're better this year.
Depending how our defense is.
Oh, really. we'll say we'll lose that one.
Raiders.
And then Raiders.
I think we got that.
Hopefully, Broncos were pretty good.
Russell Wilson had a good year, right?
They got Bo Nix now.
Where'd Russell Wilson go?
He was with the Steelers, but I don't know if he's still there or not. If he's the quarterback to be for the future there. But we'll see. Hopefully the Jaguars. I just want the playoffs. That's what I want every year. And we got our hopes up so much.
To it last year.
Not last year, but the 2 years before that. Made the playoffs.
You were at that Chargers game, right?
No, but I was at the Titans game. We clinched the playoffs.
I think we talked about this last week or so.
Yeah, we did. We were just chit chatting.
Yeah. About it. That year I went to all the games.
Yeah, you did.
What was it?
We came back and beat the Cowboys in overtime.
Ravens.
Pick-6.
Was a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Titans.
We were losing until the fourth quarter.
That game, if we would have won that game, we go to the playoffs. If we lose, we don't. So that was pretty much like a playoff atmosphere.
It was. That was
prime time game. That was one of the greatest moments of Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then the Chargers.
Then probably the greatest moment right there after that.
Chargers. I was sitting right behind the field goal when we won.
27-3.
Which is crazy.
Then we got it.
Yep. We just went downhill. But 4 interceptions by old T-Law in the first half. I thought we were done for there. We almost left the game.
Most people were probably saying, get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's a bust.
I still say that. Depends on my mood that day. I'm not a big T-Law fan. We said that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Episode 1. Then he had 4 touchdowns. Kind of came back the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool to see. But then
hoping for
those
more
days
moments.
are over.
Yep. Now
hopefully we come back on it.
We're bad now.
Yeah, bad. New coaches, new everything. Hopefully,
probably got one bright star on the team.
That's what we should do. Don't get our hopes up again. Because last year our hopes were we just
predicted them to win 9 or 10 games.
Yeah, but it's all right.
We'll take that back.
We're in free agency.
We'll edit that out.
No. Don't get all the hopes up because we did that last year and didn't even end up going to the last 4 home games.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, who knows? But anyways, great show, great rankings, great game of the week. Baldwin versus Oakleaf on Thursday. Get this episode out today, and then pictures from that Trinity game will be out on the story when this is out. The game will be out Wednesday night. Hopefully, got to edit that one. Yeah, we'll figure out if we're taking pictures on Thursday or not. But some good games coming up.
Yep.
The one that's notable, Trinity IMG. If anyone from Jacksonville play IMG, people are talking about it.
Yeah, everybody knows IMG.
Yeah. Pretty cool to see. Hey, we'll be back next week. Like we said earlier, we want to do a little show on a field somewhere, maybe in the batting cage. So we so our things don't overheat and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we bring out a tent, set up
Yeah,
on the
probably
field. I
bring
don't
a
know.
tent. Yeah.
We'll see. But I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Follow our socials. It's all down below. Appreciate you guys watching.